In today's video, we're breaking down everything new in Bambu Studio version 2.5. If you're a Bambu Lab user, whether you're printing multicolor masterpieces with the H2D or you're dialing in multicolor parts, this update brings some really cool workflow and slicing enhancements. Let's dive in. One of the headline features in 2.5 is remote AMS drying support. If you're using AMS units like the 2 Pro or AMS HT, especially with the H2D printer, you can now start and stop filament drying directly on the Bambu Studio device page. This means no more running back to the printer just to activate drying. You can even dry filament while printing now, so this is super handy for moisture-sensitive materials like nylon and PETG. Next up, Bambu Studio 2.5 improves prime tower strategy, especially when mixing PLA and PETG. The prime tower is a pillar that prints alongside your actual models during material swaps. Previously, unstable prime towers could lead to failed prints or weak interlaces between colors. Some things that were improved were better interface layer temperature control, pre-extrusion to build pressure before printing the tower, and more consistent ironing and nozzle flush sequences. Bambu Studio 2.5 is now introducing ironing for support surfaces. Ironing is when the nozzle runs over the top layer of a print without extruding much material, smoothing surfaces out. You can now apply this to support contact layers, which help achieve cleaner surfaces underneath overhangs. Another neat addition in 2.5 is non-100% infill patterns on top and bottom surfaces. Instead of always using 100% infill there, you now have the option to allow the infill to be showing on both sides to allow some pretty cool artistic surface effects. This update also adds standard 3MF color parsing support. That means that if you export a 3MF file with embedded color data from other modeling tools like Fusion 360 or Mesh Mixer, Bambu Studio can import the color info and map it to your print setup. That's a big win for multicolor workflows coming from external tools. Just a quick pause here, guys. If this video helps you out in any way, maybe consider dropping a like and commenting which one is your favorite so far. Also, maybe consider dropping a sub because that would help me make more content like this. Anyway, back to the video. Are your 3D prints too blocky or faceted? Bambu Studio 2.5 now adds a mesh subdivide feature. Right-click a part, choose subdivide, and apply loop subdivision. This smooths low-resolution models before slicing, especially useful for organic shapes or models that didn't start super detailed. However, keep in mind that this does not work if the model has any non-manifold edges, and that color textures may be lost during subdivision, so make sure you paint them after you do this. Lastly, Bambu Studio 2.5 brings a new 2D lattice infill, great for parts needing lightweight strength like wings or panels. You can adjust two angle parameters to fine-tune the lattice orientation for optimal strength. Other improvements. Other features in this version of Bambu Studio 2.5 are broader support for TPU and a left extruder of H2D printers, adds tungsten carbide nozzles, and supports high-flow TPU nozzles for stronger, flexible printing. These quality of life changes are small but powerful for advanced users. So what's the big picture? Bambu Studio 2.5 is not a flashy UI overhaul, but it's packed with meaningful improvements that boost workflow control, multi-material printing, surface quality, and other tools. Features like remote AMS drying and standard 3MF color support have really impacted daily printing. Have you upgraded to 2.5 yet? Drop a comment with your experience, and if you're still in the older version, let us know what feature you're most excited to try. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you understand Bambu Studio 2.5 update, hit like and subscribe for more 3D printing content. Until next time, happy printing!